everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins. Play action. Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And I think we're all eager to see how this offense responds because we know this is a big spot. National TV game to start the season. The whole league and the whole country watching this one. Last year, though, the Packers, the Bears, neither one of them did a whole lot offensively. A 10-3 final. Let's see if the defenses exert their will early in this one.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Has a 40 before he's out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First carry for Darius Geis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now the defense for Dallas.
From the time he entered the NFL, Terrell Suggs has been a load to block for anyone. His ability to get upfield and make plays in the backfield, almost unparalleled.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on second down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's been off for them.
31 yards there and a first down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Geis, they'll try to run it. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by a man drafted in the 3rd round in 2019 from West Virginia. It's Will Greer.
Go! 50, plant. Go!
Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. But none there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
50 more. 53, Mike, 53. Ready?
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Greer eluding the pressure right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Greer on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Now it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On first down, here's Love. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Elliott. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Here's Greer. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
You draw corker. Snap.
First down, Greer. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first down, it's Love. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Greer. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Greer. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line. Greer in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Team 6, 5.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Cowboys on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and... Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that.
Down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd down, Haskins. Got a man, that's Quinn. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Third and 2, now Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what's out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it. To perfection.
You got it! You got it!
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
Yeah, now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second down and goal. Haskins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Here's Haskins to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So now the field goal unit trots out there the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. This one into the hands of Hurd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Hurd, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-time game here. Gets resumed play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. It'll be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Called guard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set up the screen to Elliott. Going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On the draw, this is Love. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
That is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before you get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks first. He's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
What a catch.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have this across midfield inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Here's Love again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. It's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence.
Touchdown, Washington! Trey Quinn, 38 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So the lead shaved it now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes to that 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They go to Elliott again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Play action. It's Greer. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. He's such a good route rush. It there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's got in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come out inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Greer looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. Deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from football and give the quarterback a really nice target. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, cut things down a little bit.
here as he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, nothing to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now it's Greer. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play going to be sent tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at Miles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown to the other, all of a sudden they're down. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't know what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after last catch, good for 8 yards. Throw again. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pick, but it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Haskins to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. On the ground, guys. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a real alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play their defense.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing a final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Haskins will throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Trey Quinn already second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. They'll try and run it up the middle. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the season, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. On second down now. It's Elliott, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Greer. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Here we go. Switch.
Big grip.
Greer on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught at the 20. A big play here for the Cowboys. 55 yards. Now Greer. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
This is Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get
over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays and success. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday game also good for us to get that up, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got
Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. The losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a man drafted in the 3rd round in 2019 from West Virginia. It's Will Grier.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Now it's Grier off the bootleg. And that's incomplete. A look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down throw. Grier. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions,
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about it in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
61, match box, play.
Catch is made by Hurd. And all the way down inside the 5-4. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This one into the hands of Hurd. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just drop.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 7, Murray, and finding the tight end Hooper. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
55, I'm going to run you over.
Murray now to throw, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's fielded at the 45. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the Eagles out in front early. Carson Wentz, an early touchdown pass in that one. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Turn 2 stop.
What we got?
Get it.
They fake the handoff, now Greer. And this is caught. It's Cooper. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A quick throw there out to Williams. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. Murray fighting, lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. It's like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start getting into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing the team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. It's Greer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, but now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about. You go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 16 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Johnson takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Murray from midfield. Able to find Isabella. And they'll get him down inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yard on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now off here to his running back. Still on his feet. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board in the first half. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction, haul them off with your blocking, and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances. We almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power. Find a way to first downs.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they will nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On second down, Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Greer. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Greer now. Pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. And they'll be driven. Back here, losing yardage to the 9. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it's seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And a nice return. Sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Murray now. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13. Greer. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and go over in a deeper position.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Coming to you, coming to you.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a first down throw that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
We play to win.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Well, now they'll try the end around. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to get anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down, Murray. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Next, let's stay in Southern California as we make the short hop down the 110 to Carson to check on the Chargers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Travis Benjamin, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Readskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. In the game you're watching, it's been Will Greer with the excellent first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll take him down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that made him going.
It was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. One big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing now is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
Yes, they end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. Up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run on 3rd down. Pollard, he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 50, here's Greer. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, found the thing he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Greer. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was the corner. Robert Alford with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Allen. 27 yards there, a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Sliding out of the pocket. Have a first down inside the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to partner like he's a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a
about it. I think he learned from earlier game, and he's applying it now.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Greer.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter.
Go now, 18 Gator.
It's our time. It's our time.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They fake the handoff, now Greer. He's got it to Williams. And all the way down to the 39. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Greer. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. 70 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Greer now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Greer. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example. Not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown. Both offenses have been clicking, with a lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. A play fake. Now Greer to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Harper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Down to a knee here. The defense with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field.
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, It was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.